Hello, Tala. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Just doing a quick little Friday night live. Thought I would just see how everyone's doing, see what everyone's up to. I am doing great. How are you doing, Tala? Hello, Kadozu from France. How are you? I am just relaxing. It was a long day at work, and just gonna head to the gym in a bit and maybe go out and do a little something tonight to celebrate Friday night. So, but until then, I figured we'll chat a little bit, see how you guys are doing, and see what everyone's plans are tonight. Hello from Nashville. What's up, Ben? I was in Nashville recently. I enjoyed it. I was only there for a couple days for work, but I did get to have some pretty good food and explore. I was in like the Broadway area, which everyone was telling me that. Everyone's telling me that you had to go. You have to check out Broadway. Just chilling before going to sleep. Yeah, well, definitely a cool thing about these lives is everyone is on a different time zone. So, yeah, we're just kind of doing like a normal talking right now. I'm trying to keep the mic, make sure the gain's not too high. Yeah, I'm just doing like a normal talking here. Not really ASMR, I guess, but just see what everyone's doing. You're beautiful and wonderful. I wish you happiness from my heart. Thank you, Tala. Very nice of you to say. I hope the same for you. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, Manu. Yeah, when I travel, I like to try to live as a local, do the local stuff, because the touristy stuff is fun, but I feel like you can't do touristy stuff the entire trip. You got to do like some touristy stuff, and then you got to, I don't know, you got to go into the deep Google, and find, what do the locals do? Where do they go eat? Because sometimes you'll look up a restaurant in like a new area, and it'll have really good reviews on Yelp and good reviews on Google. And then you get there and it's kind of like, you can just tell by looking around, you're like, there's a lot of tourists here. This just doesn't look very authentic, or, whatever it may be. But, sometimes one thing I've learned is if you go to like, for example, if you go to like a Chinese restaurant and you see a lot of people that are of Chinese descent, you're like, that's probably a good restaurant. I would imagine. So, hello, Sebastian. How are you? Thank you, Tala. How's the weather? The weather's been very, very nice today. Nice and warm. It's the kind of weather where if you're in the sun, it is brutal and you're sweating. But if you're in the shade, it feels amazing because there is a nice little breeze. So yeah, the shade feels very, very good. The sun is, today I took my dog for a walk at noon and it was terrible. My gosh. I went out and I was just sweating instantly, and we walked for like 15 minutes, and I came back and I was just like, had to change my shirt, change my shorts. I was like drenched. But now then we did another walk, at like 4 or 5 or something, and it was very pleasant, much nicer. I usually wander around a little after the Predators games occasionally. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Predators. I saw something on ESPN or one of the news networks recently, and it was showing all the teams that have never won a Stanley Cup and kind of like the current status of how good their team is at this moment. And everyone was kind of saying that Nashville, of those teams, was kind of the best equipped to like win the soonest. And I agree. I think Nashville looked really good this year. I think they always have, I would say they always, but they're definitely building a good team. And there's a lot of not so good teams in the NHL. So if you're in that upper 5 or 10 teams, you're in a good spot. Doing well, about to have a storm. Where are you guys located? Hey, Size Soccer, how's your day been? It's been good. It's been working hard, trying to eat healthy, do my thing. Gonna head to the gym here shortly. Just thought I'd hop on and say hi, see how everyone's doing. Yeah, it's warm today. It's just kind of inside. It's inside weather. What are your thoughts on LeBron finally getting to play with his son? Yeah, I heard about that. Bronny James, 55th overall pick. That's cool. I'm confused though, and this is coming from from a non-basketball guy. I mean, I'll watch a little basketball, but I'm not a big, close follower of basketball, especially the draft. I never know who's good. But I'm just like, okay, it's LeBron James' son, You would assume that he's going to be really good because he's LeBron James' son. I would think that, LeBron would teach him a lot of stuff and he would probably, hire the best coaches and things like that. But the funny thing is LeBron's son is pretty small. He's like 6'2" or something like that, which is pretty small for the NBA. That's pretty short. Steph Curry is like 6'3" or 6'4", and he's considered a very short player. So 6'2" is a little bit tough unless you're really a good shooter or you're just a very productive player. When you're that small, it's a little bit tough. And it's crazy because LeBron is so big. He's such a big guy. He's like 6'7". Dude's built like a football player. But his son is kind of, I want to say he's petite because he's muscular, but he's he's a little on the smaller side, and everyone's kind of saying that he's really just not that good. So I'm kind of like, I'm a little confused. I'm like, okay, so he's not that good apparently. He didn't play like a full season. He apparently only averaged like a few points a game. But he got the 55th pick. Like, that's a pretty good pick. I mean, you got picked in the second round. That's pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can fill me in. Anyone who knows basketball a little bit better than me, but I'm confused. I'm like, okay, he's LeBron's son, so that should give him some merit. But he also apparently is not that good. So I'm trying to figure out like how he got drafted so high. I don't know a ton about hockey, but learning one of my customers has a suite and invites me to some. It's more fun to watch in person. Oh, lucky you. Must be nice. I need to start getting cozy with some clients, who maybe can hook it up with some tickets or something. But yeah, guys, I guess I'll just touch briefly. Go Panthers. I talked about it a little bit in my newest videos. I hope you guys like the newest video. I know I dropped that one a little bit early, but I was excited about that one, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Panthers game. So I was really excited about that. I didn't really want to wait till next week to talk about the Panthers. So yeah, Panthers are Stanley Cup champs. I know that there's a lot of mixed feelings out there. I'm really happy for Panthers fans, including myself, and all the Panthers players. There were a lot of touching moments, between the coach and the players and stuff. So, I think it's cool when you root for a team and your team wins and you just, you feel good, you feel happy. It doesn't affect your life directly, but it's like life is just full of experiences, right? Life is full of those things that make you happy. And, it can be something small. It could be, a kiss from your crush, or it could be a delicious meal, or it could be a good workout, or it could be watching a good movie. Those are things that we do that just, we don't have to do them, but they make us feel good and they make us feel happy. And I think, that's kind of what that falls under. Some people say, how could you watch sports? What a waste of time. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect me. Like, I still have to go to work the next day, I don't get money in my bank account when the Panthers win the Stanley Cup. It doesn't affect my day to day. But there are little moments where I'm like, yo, I want to watch that highlight again, and I'll watch like a highlight of the goal, and it's just like, yes, So I just think life is all about experiences. I mean, and I think that just adds to it. I mean, think about it. You go on vacation and, you spend a ton of money to go on vacation. You go to your dream spot. You get a nice hotel. You rent a car. You do all this stuff. You eat at all the nice restaurants. You do all this stuff to like experience it. What do you have to show for it at the end? It's not like you bought a pair of shoes. You didn't there's nothing you're going to take home with you, but the experiences are so big, The experiences are what are really are very valuable in themselves, Bronny is 6'4", I'm pretty sure. I heard they were saying he was 6'4", but then also they were saying that like he was actually 6'2", and then he wasn't being honest about his height or something. So I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about that. Congrats to the Panthers. Thank you. Hey man, how you doing? What's going on, Miguel? How is everything with you? I live in Florida. Florida gets really hot in the summer. Yeah, I know. Florida's very hot in the summer. I know. Still calls it pee-pee. Power play, I guess. Open eyes. I saw you yesterday. Really? Where did you see me? That's cool. I'm still waiting for the first time someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, I know you're from YouTube." I'm like, sweet. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I did that recently to, I might have mentioned this before, but I saw a TikToker, Instagrammer, like fitness person that I follow. I think it's Instagram or whatever. And I saw them in person and I was like, "Hey, I follow you on TikTok." And they were like, "Oh, really? Are you sure?" So I thought that was kind of funny. But that's not something that happens every day where you're like, "Oh, wow, someone I follow on social media happens to live close to me or is just visiting or whatever." But what are the chances? So it's kind of cool. What's up, Zane? The natural lighting is really good on you. Thank you, your bliss. It's a little spotty. You can see there's like glare in the back. Over here, I have a window open and the sun is kind of starting to set and it's kind of shining in, but it's nice. Were you the one taking all those shots at the club downtown? Now you're just messing with me. I was definitely not taking shots at a club on a Thursday night. I also am not a big shot taker. And if I'm taking shots, it's probably at my house with alcohol that I bought and not... Guys, this is where the conundrum kicks in, where I'm talking about experiences. But there is a balance between having a good experience and not spending a ton of money on it. And for me, going to the bar is a lot of fun. I love going to bars and clubs, and I love watching like games. Like I went and watched a couple of the Stanley Cup Finals games at bars. I love doing that because I like being around all the hype and all that stuff. But guys, pregame before you go out, and maybe have a beer when you're out or something. But oh man, showing up to the bar and like trying to get drunk and trying to maintain that drunk for 3-4 hours, that's going to cost you some money. Because everybody's goal is to, if you're a drinker and you're going out to the club or to the bar or to an event, your goal is to get drunk. Your goal is to get a good little buzz going. The non-drinkers will never understand. But for the drinkers, the goal is to get, to be as unlike yourself as possible and to feel things you wouldn't usually feel. That's what getting drunk is all about. How's the hockey been going? Zane, thank you for asking. Yeah, so the season is over. The Panthers won the championship, the team that I like, so I'm happy about that. And now hockey is done until, for about 5 or 6 months, whatever month that is. Usually that's how the pro sports go. It's like on for 6 months, off for 6 months. So, when does the NFL season start? The NFL season starts like early September. So end of August, they start doing all the like preseason games and stuff like that. And then usually it's like the 3rd or 4th day of September is when like the season starts. So, it's coming up, actually. I'm excited. July, August, September. It's like a couple months. Or drink at the casino in Vegas where they don't charge you if you're drinking. Yeah, for sure. I've been to Vegas once, and that was really cool. You do have to tip, though, so you got to make sure you have cash on you. And speaking back to the being cost efficient with your money, I remember when I went to like an ATM in Las Vegas, and I think it was like $10. Like it was like a $10 ATM. It might have been like $8 or $9, but it was like close to $10 for like the ATM withdrawal fee, which I'm sure that was a while ago. I remember I was dating my ex-girlfriend at the time, so that was at least 10 years ago. Yeah, because I think it was like 21, 22 at the time. So yeah, I'm sure it's a lot more now. But Vegas is really, really expensive. It's insane. I remember getting one of those little like tiny bottles of orange juice, like the ones that you would get at like McDonald's, the little Tropicana orange juices. I think it was like $10, and it was like the size of this, which this is 12 ounces. This is like a can of. This is the equivalent of like a can of Coke. So, you know, and you're in Vegas, you're just hung over all the time. You know, like you don't sleep. So you wake up and like you just need some nutrients, man. You know, you need some juice and some fruit. And they make it so expensive. Guys, I'm just rambling, by the way. This is not ASMR at all. This is just me like talking and rambling. I appreciate the likes. Shoot me some likes if you like, you know. Feel free to send some super stickers or super chats. You know, I hate asking for money, but if you're going to send it, hey, I'll take it. But hope you guys liked the newest video. Did the pizza video, talked a little bit about the Panthers. I thought it turned out pretty good. It's had a really good response. So I'm glad you guys like it. Congrats to Miguel, by the way, for the winning favorite superpower contest thing. So congrats on that. So the pizza video, and oddly enough, you asked for pizza and beer, and I did the pizza video, and then I'm gonna do a beer video as well. So we're gonna do like a double. First time winner, you're gonna get 2 videos out of it. So I hope you enjoy those. We'll do more contests like that. That was really fun. Next time, what I want to do things a little bit different. I'm gonna try a couple different little things to make it like a little more efficient. But I think that was like a fun first time around, and I want to like, you know, try some more stuff like that. So no football. Yes, I try to take cash, but I'm pretty frugal when buying liquor. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's, you know, obviously don't do illegal stuff, guys, but you know, if you can drink before you go to the bar, do a little pre-gaming, wherever it is, you know, in a safe place, that's ideal. I'll save you some money. The markups are just crazy, man. I mean, this is just me ranting about the markups of like going and getting drinks out in the world. Like you go to a restaurant and it's $15 for an appetizer and it's $15 for a cocktail. And you're like, man, the cocktail's great. It's so enjoyable, but it doesn't do much for you. It's not like it fills you up. It doesn't make you full. So it's like, all right, I'm going to have the cocktail, and then I'm going to have the appetizer, and then I'm going to have the main meal. So, you know, if you're trying to save money, the drinks will kill you. I go every year for jewelry market. Luckily, the parties, they serve free booze. Ooh, free booze. Can you do a butter chicken video? Oh, butter chicken sounds really good. I got to figure out where I can buy some butter chicken. There's an Indian restaurant not terribly far from here. I could probably go check out. Hey, from the UK. What's going on, Jack from the UK? How are you? Tala, I love you so much. You're wonderful and classy. Thank you, Tala. You're so nice. Tala, you say such nice things. I hope you're a real person and not a bot. You're so nice. You're bliss. How's your summer going so far? Any plans you're looking forward to? It doesn't feel like summer yet. The weather does, but it's still, I don't know. I think once you're not a kid anymore and you don't go to school, it's like summer is just not the same. And I guess living in Florida, summer is just so meaningless because it really is kind of summer year round. So I know summer, and then being from California originally, where we also don't really have seasons, it's kind of just middle of the pack weather all year. So I don't think I've ever really experienced like those extremes. I've never lived in a place that had really bad winters. So I feel, you know, for the Bostoners and the New Yorkers and anyone in the Northeast, or really in most of the country, you know, you guys, I know, live for summer because winters are brutal. But here, winters are the best. I mean, ask anyone who's lived in Florida for a while. I mean, you can't wait for wintertime. And then once April, May comes around and it starts heating up again and the bugs start coming out, you're just like, oh no. Like, it's going to be so bad until September. And then after September, it starts to cool down and you're like, thank you, God. So I'm not the right person to ever ask about that kind of stuff because, to me, it's always summer. And the problem with summertime in Florida is when it gets this hot, you really don't want to go out. I mean, wintertime is when it's really time to go out. That's when you want to go to the beach because it's not raining in wintertime. The weather's much more mild. It's like 75. There's not a ton of bugs out. So that's the time. But summertime in Florida, man, turn your AC on. Grab a cold one and watch some TV. Take care, my friend. I'm heading to bed. I need to go to sleep. Take care, Zane. Thank you for joining. Definitely enjoying the short summer here before it turns gray again. Yeah, Jack, I wanted to ask you, when's a good time to come visit your neck of the woods? Because I have been trying to go. I lost my spot here. I've been trying to head that way, and I've heard some different things about like the best time to go. So, what do you think? I need winter, but ours are pretty mild. Yeah, it's crazy how most of the country is pretty extreme. It's pretty, most of the country gets very hot in the summer, very cold in the winter. And then you kind of have like these few places that are sort of outliers. You have like Texas, Florida, some of those other southern states like the Alabamas, Louisianas that don't really get super cold. Like they're pretty warm all year round because they're so far south. But I mean, most of the country gets really, really cold and really, really hot. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, guys, what else is going on? What else is new with you? It's 92 here right now. I've got too much insulation. Yeah, well, that how it be how it be. Yeah, guys, what is going on? What are the plans tonight? What are you guys doing for Friday night? It is currently 7:00 where I'm at. And, yeah, going to head to the gym here in a few minutes. And then, I don't know, I'm brainstorming some stuff tonight. I might, I think I was talking about the casino earlier. Maybe I'll do a little casino thing. And when I say casino, I'm not a gambler at all. I can't remember the last time I actually like spent money gambling. I think gambling is really fun, but I just know that I'm going to lose money. So I just tell myself, just don't do it. I love going with other people and watching them gamble and like cheering them on. But as soon as my money's involved, I'm just not, I lose interest. But yeah, they have like the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel and the Guitar. If you know Florida at all, they have that Guitar Hotel and they have the casino and all that. So that's a really cool spot. It's like kind of more high end. It has some nice shops and nice clubs and stuff and a nice casino. It's like very modern. They do like concerts over there and stuff. So I feel like it's not your typical casino, which sometimes the casinos are not so nice, but this is a much nicer spot. How long is your workout duration? It depends, but I find that my workouts usually between stretching, working out, and then, maybe I do a little bit of cardio. It usually comes up to like an hour and 15 minutes. Depends on how busy it is too. Sometimes if there's a lot of people there, I might have to wait a few minutes for a machine, stuff like that. Or maybe everything's taken, so I'm kind of wandering around for a little bit. So, but thankfully the gym I go to it's pretty rare that I just can't find a machine. Every once in a while I have to wait, but usually I'll just move on to a different exercise. But it's been pretty good as far as that. He got a nice eye color. Thank you, Mike. Any update on your wife's product? Oh, thank you, Bliss, for asking. So, do I have any updates on that? We're working on the website. I think she is looking to find someone to build the website for her. I think she was originally going to employ me, but then found out that I'm just not. I'm taking like a website creation class, and I'm almost done with it. And at first I told her, I'm like, hey, I'll make you a website from scratch. And then now, this whole class has been basically 4 projects. And I just finished the 3rd project, and it's so hard. So I'm just like, there's no way Like, it was hard enough for me to do this with the tutors, with the help from the professor. Like, I can't imagine trying to do this myself. It's so complicated. I'm using like HTML, CSS, PHP. I was like pulling information from like a SQL database. It's just, it's so complicated. Tech is amazing, but it just, if you don't have the passion or the interest for it, boy, you're not going to last long. I loved Hard Rock in Vegas, then they closed, but back on the Strip, the old Mirage. Yeah, I mean, Hard Rock is a pretty well-known brand. It's pretty like king out here in Florida. Like, everything is Hard Rock. We have Hard Rock Stadium. That's where the Dolphins play. You have Hard Rock over at Disney. It's just, they're everywhere. I want to go play Texas Hold'em, but what games do you play? That's the thing. I don't really play any games. I love just sitting on the slots and every once in a while. I might play some blackjack. But I'm always so worried that I'm going to break some protocols or etiquette or something like that. So I'm always kind of like, I don't want to be that guy who's making a fool of himself. So, I have friends that play like craps, and I'm watching that and I'm like, how do you play this game? Or roulette, the way that some people, they choose like what they're betting on with the roulette. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know what you're doing. It looks fun. I wish I could be good at it, but I don't want to lose money. Hey, JDF. Show us the product. I don't have the product. Yeah, I don't think I have one in this house. I know there are a couple available at my mother-in-law's place. I might have to go over there and get it. But yeah, I have to check with my wife on the status of that, because she's been kind of spearheading that as far as launching that product, because I'm working on my YouTube stuff and, school stuff. So my free time has been a little bit limited. I've been wanting to do more lives, but yeah, between work and the gym and school, and my wife's out of town, so I've been watching the dog, which is not a huge deal, but it's just a little bit more time consuming, and I'm cooking and cleaning and stuff. When I'm on my own, it's like, like if she's ever gone for a couple of days, which is rare, but if she's gone, I got to be the man of the house, man. I gotta take care of stuff here. So, I don't like being at the gym for more than 2 hours, but when I'm with my friends, it takes forever sometimes. I can't imagine going to the gym with my friends. I feel like, I would just be, laughing and joking around the whole time. So I feel like for me, I have to, because I'll go with my wife sometimes too. We go to the same gym. So sometimes we'll go at the same time. And yeah, I'll get distracted just being with her. I think we distract each other sometimes. But so I think I'm probably better on my own. Unless there's someone there who wants to help me work out and help me with my form, because I know my form kind of stinks. I was doing deadlifts the other day and like my lower back was bugging me. I'm just like, dude, I don't think I'm doing these deadlifts correctly. So I've always kind of struggled with deadlifts. It's such a tough movement, and I'm tall, so it's just tough to get down all the way to the ground with the barbell without like straining my back. So it's a little bit rough. So yeah, I'll see if I can get my hands on that product, or if we have that website up, I'm going to definitely, as soon as I have like the website or any way for people to buy the product, I'm going to make sure to share it. I definitely want to help her however I can, because that's kind of my advantage with this is, hey, I have like a little bit of a social media following. As of now, we're about almost 14,000 subs, which is awesome. So I'm like, yeah, if anything, I can post the product link for you guys. And if you or anyone is having a baby or has a small child and they would like, they would find the product useful, I'd love for you guys to be able to, buy it and enjoy it. So, we'll see where that goes, but I will definitely keep you updated. I think there's been some pivoting with that project. So, things have, the timeline has changed a little bit and stuff like that. So, but yeah, life goes on. But yeah, guys, I'm happy it's Friday. Definitely happy. My birthday is coming up very soon. My birthday is July 4th. I don't know if I've ever shared that before, but it is July 4th. So if you guys want to shoot me a happy birthday, feel free to do that. Maybe I'll post a video, like a July 4th celebration video. But yes, I do have America's birthday as my birthday. I have heard that joke a million times. Oh, the fireworks are for you. I know they're not for me. I'm way less important than America. Speaking of, not to get political, but if anyone watched that debate last night, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I won't share too much like as far as political opinions or anything, but if anyone has any thoughts on the debate with Trump and Biden, I'm happy to read your comments and laugh about them. Because that was very entertaining. I was really excited to watch, which is so lame. And I really enjoyed it. And afterwards, I was just like, oh my God, it's terrible. Do you train to get bigger, stronger, lose weight, gain weight, or stay healthy and fit? All of the above. My main goal is to put on some muscle. I'm naturally a pretty tall, lanky person. You see me now, this is me like working out. But if I don't work out and I don't eat a lot of protein for like a few weeks, I start to like lose weight really quick. I get skinny. I just have like that, I don't know if it's endomorph or ectomorph, what body type that is, but there's a name for it. But yeah, I have like a lankier build. So I got to eat a lot and work out a lot to put on muscle. I don't like being skinny. So just trying to kind of like put on some muscle, but be healthy too, you know, because the more muscle you put on, the more fat you burn and the better you feel. So, let's see, because I struggle gaining weight. Yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm kind of in a similar boat. Like for me to get really big and really yoked would take a lot of work. It would be a lot of eating and a lot of weightlifting. And I'm doing 5 days a week right now. You know, I definitely eat a lot. So I do expect to see some results, but I mean, you know, to look like The Rock or something like that, you need a very good nutrition plan, a very good workout plan. And, you know, I don't want to make accusations, but possibly some performance enhancing substances, which I don't want to do. I like the new muted microphone rule. I can't stand when one talks over the other. I didn't realize that rule, but I was going to say, as I was watching it, I was so surprised how civil it was. It was like Trump was very respectful. Like he was not, because I remember past debates with Trump, he would interrupt a lot. So I'm guessing they came up with that muted microphone rule to, you know, make sure that doesn't happen. But I have to say I was impressed with Trump in the sense that whenever Biden was talking, Trump didn't make like a bunch of faces or say like, oh, look at this guy. He had just a very neutral face. I think he was very respectful. And, you know, I'm not like sitting here, you know, blowing up Trump and saying he did so great and all this stuff. I think both of them really struggled. I think debates are really difficult. You know, it's like they say the whole idea is you're supposed to win over the undecided voters because most people know who they're voting for, I believe. Biden people are voting for Biden. Trump people are voting for Trump. Like, I think you're kind of either Democrat or Republican. I mean, you might have little bits and pieces of each, but if you sit down at a polling center and you have a piece of paper that says Trump or Biden, I think most people, and you have to choose one, most people know who they're going to choose. They may not be happy about it, you know, maybe they don't like either option, but there's one you like a little bit better than the other for whatever reason. And I think a lot of people too are like one issue voters where it's like, there's one thing that you care about. So you're going to vote for the guy who supports that, you know? So maybe for example, maybe you are, maybe you're like pro Roe versus Wade, you know, like I want to say pro abortion, but you believe in like women's, you know, privacy rights and stuff. You're probably just going to vote for the Democrat because that's kind of more their ticket. So, you know, and then for the undecided voters, you know, yeah, the debates are supposed to sway them one way or the other. So I'm wondering, was anybody swayed by this debate? I just don't feel like either of them did very much to push the needle forward, or whatever the term is. So I thought it was entertaining. I actually thought it was very professional. I thought it was well done. And, it just really was just entertainment. Joe was basically asleep while talking. Honestly, I couldn't understand anything he was saying. Biden had some really funny moments. He definitely, he sounded like me when I haven't slept for a while. Just kind of out of it. And then Trump was Trump. Trump sounded and looked like Trump. He was doing his thing. I thought he was a little more tame than usual. They probably told him to be a little bit more tame. Relax. Don't, Trump's been through a lot for the last couple months. So it's just, I think their strategy was like, Biden is going to beat himself, essentially. So just don't say too much. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting to see Biden for sure. And once again, I don't want to push any political opinions either way and say that he was good or he was bad, but just from an observer's standpoint, Biden was definitely having trouble articulating some of his ideas. He definitely just seemed kind of out of it. He seemed like he would kind of lose his train of thought. There was a couple times where he just, midway through his answer, you could tell he kind of forgot what he was saying, and I guess Trump, that's where Trump does get some points, he's pretty sharp on the microphone. I mean, he's pretty sharp on the microphone. He doesn't really slip up. He says things that are, they were saying afterwards that there was a lot of fact check stuff he said, like stuff that wasn't true. But Trump is the greatest salesman of all time. He's a great salesman, and that's what salespeople do. I'm a salesperson myself, so I know. Sometimes you just have to sound confident in what you say. Even if it's not 100% true, you got to make it sound true. Because sometimes if you say something, in an assertive way with confidence, it can be the most ridiculous thing, but people will believe it. Like, did you know the sky is actually green? And then you start saying some scientific stuff, and then people are like, oh, wow, that's crazy. He knows what he's talking about. So I think, but I will say, though, about Trump, I never thought I would get political on my channel, but the debate was so crazy. I probably have to do a video and talk about the debate. But Trump just kept avoiding the questions, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like they kept asking him specific questions, and then he would kind of go back to the previous question and kind of respond to whatever Biden said. Because Biden would say something like, Trump, added to the deficit or something. And then they would ask Trump about like childcare. And then he'd be like, well, let me talk about the deficit thing again. And then he would never answer the question about childcare, but he did it several times. So I'm starting to think that was kind of his strategy of just respond to what Biden says. Don't worry about the specific questions. Because I don't know. I don't know if Trump has like a strong, feeling about, childcare costs or things like that. I think that he has a different stuff that he's focused on. So when they asked him questions like that, I feel like he just didn't have an answer. Trump 2024. I mean, it's going to be him or Biden. It's going to have to be. Trump said Joe made other countries think America is weak and stupid. Confidence is one thing, but lying is different. Exactly. I mean, I never condone lying. But I've worked at sales jobs before where, salespeople will say things, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know if that's true, but it sounded good. He circled back to the questions. He answered all the questions except two. Yeah, I mean, I think eventually, because they would keep asking, they'd be like, Mr. Trump, or, President Trump, please, back to the original question, what would you do about rising childcare costs and stuff like that? So I don't know if he was purposely avoiding the questions or if he was just, if he just really wanted to respond to what Biden was originally talking about. But it did seem like there was a couple things that he didn't really answer. Whoa, Jude, what is going on, man? What is going on with you, Jude? I'm putting you in timeout. I don't support Trump, although he is very entertaining, but Biden is clearly not up to the task. Vinny, I totally agree with you. I think Trump is very entertaining. I think he is the most entertaining president of all time, whether you agree with him or not. Everything he says and everything he does, I want to watch on video. I want to see a replay of it. He makes me laugh. There's never been a president that made me laugh. He is so crazy and just does the funniest stuff and just says stuff that we have never heard a presidential candidate say. You know, he really, he'll just come out and just talk smack about people. And I'm just like, man, he'll call people names. He'll say the funniest stuff. He'll just be like, you know, believe me, you know, he was going off about, like, believe me, the war in Ukraine would have never started if I was president. And it's like, man, what a claim, you know? It's such a claim. And it's like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it would have happened either way. I don't know if who the president was going to affect Russia's invasion. I think Russia still wanted what they wanted. Russia still wanted a bunch of territory in Ukraine. I don't think if I was president or if Charlie Brown was president or SpongeBob, I think they would still want that land. So I don't think it would have changed anything. Maybe, but I think I just love when Trump says stuff like that, when he's like, believe me, if I was president, that wouldn't have happened. We would have never gotten in that war. We would have never had that deficit. We would have never done this. Some people are saying that, you know, I'm the best at this. Like, the things he says are so funny. Like, they're hilarious. Like, he sounds like, he just sounds like the cocky jock in high school or whatever, who's just like, I get all the girls. You wouldn't believe how many dates I go on. Like, it's just like, dude, this guy, man, like, either he's super suave or he's a liar. I don't know which one it is. So, why is this guy asking you to oil up? I don't know. I think every live I get at least one troll / spammer. So I put him in timeout for 30 minutes. So, yeah. He was saying, wait, he's not still there, is he? No. Yeah, I don't know why he was asking me to oil up. What time are you working out? I actually was going to go at the 30-minute mark. Oh, we got more oil up? Why is everyone telling me to oil up? The Oilers lost. Oh, my God. I will let you guess the only casino stock I ever lost money on. Multiple accounts. Oh, God. Only casino stock I've ever lost money on. What do you mean by casino stock? Bro, why are all your fans asking you to oil up? Do you sell oils? I don't know. I was guessing it was because of the Oilers for hockey, but they lost, so I'm not sure what the oil up thing is or where that's coming from, but, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I've every live I have one or two people that are just hilarious. Trump casinos. I don't think I've been to a Trump casino. I know there's some Trump buildings in Florida for sure. Trump resorts. I don't understand why people spam. I don't know. I always assume that, oh, this guy's oiling up too? Oh no. Oh my God, guys. Oh, wait, I only removed the message. How do I remove this guy? There we go, we'll do that. Oh, everyone's telling me to oil up. I think we've just hit like a spam thing, guys, so I'm going to probably hop off here in a minute anyway. It has to be the same person, yeah, with a lot of different accounts. Crazy. Yeah. That's hilarious. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off here in just a minute. I do want to go hit up the gym, and before it gets too late. And this might be, I don't know, this might be a sign for me to hop off with all the stuff. But weekend plans, I'm gonna go to the Panther parade on Sunday, which is by the beach. So if you're in South Florida, I definitely recommend go check out the Panthers parade. And yeah, it should be fun. It's an exciting time. I know hockey is really big for a lot of people, and it's cool. I don't think hockey is like as big in Florida as it probably is in like Edmonton. I'm sure people in Edmonton are like, the wrong team won. It's like Florida's a great team. They played really, really well. Look, Tampa won 2 Stanley Cups. So Florida has become like a hotspot for hockey. What's up, Simple 5005? Thank you. Thank you. Have a good Friday. YouTube Liz, I appreciate you. It has been a good chat. Have a good workout and a good night. Thank you, Vinny. Yes, always a fun chat. Always fun chatting with you guys. I think I officially blocked that guy on all of his accounts. So that's good. Not much just caught the end of this live, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm going to hop. I've been on for about 45 minutes, man. Where you been? Yeah, I'm going to hop off, go start the Friday off right. There's always a possibility I might hop back on, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what tonight looks like. But yeah, guys, Sunday morning, got the Panther parade by the beach. That'll be fun. Tonight, I might go hit up, go see what's what. Hit up the night, do the thing. And tomorrow, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll wake up. Maybe depending on what I do tonight, I'll wake up tomorrow. I have all these grand plans, but knowing me, I'm probably just going to stay in bed for 3 days straight. But I was sleeping in big time, my bad. Listen, man, I know how it is. You deserve it. I'm sure you worked hard. Go live for your birthday. Yeah, I will. I'll go live before then, hopefully. But yeah, guys, check out the newest video. I hope you like it. Little pizza, a little Stanley Cup video. So, yeah, hope you like that video. Check out my other videos, like, comment, all that stuff. And, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, supporting the channel and watching my videos and doing all that stuff. So, please keep watching, please keep liking and all that stuff. And can't wait to see you guys again, and enjoy your weekend. All right. Talk soon. Bye.